Hi everyone, welcome. It's great to have you here on the farm. The weather is going to be cooling off next week, and boy, am I excited about it. They're actually talking about some days where it's going to be in the 50s, and I'm just happy as I can be about that. But there's always a but, isn't there? How about we change that but to a however? However, the temperature's cooling often can mean forced heat. Yuck, right? And dry lips. And it's one of the things that really bugs me is having really chapped or dry lips. And an easy way to avoid that is, of course, with a lip balm. As a rule, I have at least one balm available each year. I don't do a lot of different scents and flavors and that sort of thing simply because, well, it's a lot of work to keep that aside. And I find if I have one product, it generally sells fine. So some would say, well, maybe if you had 5 products, you'd sell 5 times as much. That is possible, but I could also end up with a bunch of overstock. Now, one way around that, of course, is to just create small batches and make it up as people order it. But this is how I do it for now. That may change in the future. We'll see. All right, let's get to what this is. I wanted this to be a non-greasy and yet very moisturizing without being tacky, without feeling like a mask on your lips, and have come up with my own formula here. Now, this is very editable. Yeah, this is easily edited by you to your own taste and like. This is just what I personally like. Now, because of the recent Propolis video that I did on that wonderful salve, I decided to make this a Propolis forward lip balm as well. Anyway, what's it going to include? Well, we have cocoa butter, yum. Mango butter, delicious. Nope, that's not right. Cocoa butter, shea butter, mango butter. There we go. Almond oil, bee pollen, bee propolis, wonderful honey, and beeswax. And I'll also be adding a bit of vitamin E to it as well for that additional lovely benefits that it offers, but also it can help to reduce rancidity in your oils. So what I'm going to do is get these melted down, get it all combined with my wax, and then we're going to bottle it up. I have recently changed, as I've discussed in several videos. I'm trying to be more earth-friendly, and one of the ways I'm doing that is by switching to these paperboard lip balm tubes. And these are much more pricey for me to purchase, but I think it's the right thing to do. And I find that consumers want this. Sometimes they don't even know they want it until they see it. Some of those recent autumn balms that I made, my sales on those has been tremendous, and I owe it to the packaging. People comment on that packaging that it's reducing some plastics, and so anything I can do to reduce plastics, I'm all for. Now, some might say, well, look at that thing, that's made of silicone. Yes, but it's not a single-use item. I've used this for over 2 years. I'll probably use it for another 10 years. So plastic, or in this case silicone, or any kind of man-made products, if they're not single-use and they're something you're going to use over and over again, they could actually be better than something made of paper, which will eventually break down, right? That's also the advantage of it. It breaks down in the environment quicker. Okay, but all that being said, let me get some melting done and we'll come back and get these poured. Trying to keep the honey suspended is a constant battle. So if you thicken it slightly, let it cool, a little bit without spilling it like I'm doing here. Let me get something to clean up with. I've added my vitamin E. But if you, my point was, if you let this thicken just a bit where it's not too thick, and I've overfilled this. I made a little much for this because I was going to also do some little pots. So I'm going to let this sit and thicken just a bit more here, and then I'll make sure the honey is blended in and then pour. So it pours perfectly. And one tip is to try to keep it stirred, to keep your honey incorporated. This is always a good idea. And it's not a difficult thing to do to make a lip balm, and there's so many recipes out there. Look on Google, or on YouTube, excuse me, and you'll find all kinds of recipes. Mine is what I like to make. Yours may be quite different. I see people make them with just olive oil and coconut oil, and there are people that use just shea butter. It's limited to what you like and what your customers want. And I try to find things that I like, and I go by the feedback that people give me. I have so much fun making things. I would make things every day if I could. I don't always have that opportunity with a job and the responsibilities here on the farm. I can't always do it daily, but I try to do at least a couple a week. I'm trying to do more to get back in the habit of videos. So sometimes there'll be something simple like this. It may not always be soap, but I promise that soap is always on my mind, and I always try to do 1 or 2 a week of soap. And I have another one I'm working on now. Now, I do want to let you know something. Because these aren't made of plastic, they don't have the screw on the bottom that pushes the balm to the top of the tube. These have inside them a button that you push. Now you may wonder, you'd have to have really skinny fingers, right? So you can use a pencil, you can use anything you have. In this case, I'm just using the end of a pen to push it up, like so. Don't push it up so far, obviously, you don't need that much, but that's the general idea, is you just push up what you need, use it, and then cap it. So I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks again for visiting. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you will. Hit that bell if you want to be notified when I put up a new video, and a thumbs up really does help the channel if you can. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a terrific day. Goodbye.